What's up, you guys? It's Zamora, and I have returned from investigating the little incident. It was some gentleman ran his shopping cart into Morona, but it sounded like so ugly that I was like, I need to investigate just in case. He was like, oh, I'm sorry, but anyway, something, cool fact, on this very day a year ago is when someone ran into my mom's car, the RAV4. So yeah, I was thinking about that as I came back from having lunch, and I was like, hopefully today won't have any incident. So at any rate, as I was saying, today I'm going to be discussing why I think people do not discuss politics, and I had generated a script a little while back for this, but I just didn't get to it. And needless to say, the elections this year inspired this topic, so let's just dive into it. And if you're wondering why I'm not wearing my glasses, it's because I feel like if I have a blurry vision to my exterior world outside of filming, my headache may dissolve a little bit, and I can see that there's a police car right behind me. But anyway, so the first thing I had to say about why people may not discuss politics, it's because it's a very personal thing. And it is true, because ever since I was a kid, Mom would always tell me, make sure that you do not discuss, if anybody asks you, do not discuss who I am voting for or who you think I'll be voting for, because if they hear you saying it, they might assume that's what I'm doing, and you may be wrong. And then politics is just something really personal. And then years later, some 10 years later, my history teacher also said the same thing. He was like, you guys always make sure that you vote for whomever it is that you want to vote. Because only you know what your interests are and what your needs are, and you cannot allow for other people to take control over that. And that's why you have a right to vote. So, additionally, some other people may not discuss apathy, straight up because of apathy. I kind of fall into this category only because the more I get involved in politics and I see some stuff like the corruption and the way that, the system just doesn't work the way it was established to, I kind of get frustrated. So instead of feeding my brain with the knowledge and power to handle this, I may get a little discouraged and intimidated, and I call myself slow. I always say I'm slow discussing politics because I'm not as knowledgeable as I wish I were, for the very same reason. And honestly, this is going to be a weak excuse, but I also have enough problems in my life as it is to be feeding myself more negativity. So until I know how to handle that, I have no interest in really dwelling on this. Also, it's just not what it is to me. Honestly, I do not really recall what made me say this a few months back when I generated this content, but if I had to guess, I would say that I feel like you could get much more done by talking, and as a citizen in general, your voice was heard more, but I feel like now we're pushed to the side more. Someday I might revisit this so that I can provide better examples, but for now, that's what I'm thinking about. Also, in modern days, politics seem to be a little pointless because, we have so many distractions, and the people with the right brain are not filling in the right positions. So it almost seems like we need a major reform of the members of every office, like the members of Congress, the members in the judicial branch, the members in the executive branch. We just need a major reform, and the people to fill in those positions need to be aware of what modern days are like, what the needs are, what the people need, and actually care about the people. Because I hate to say this, but I feel like nobody who ever stands in those podiums are ever genuinely interested in the well-being of the people, because hey, it's cool to be able to control masses of people. So, that's the corrupt side of it that I very much do not enjoy. Also, it also seems to be a game of the rich, if you ask me. Because, I mean, look at everybody who runs the country. They all look the same, they all sound the same, their agenda's the same. That's why we don't see change in this country and when it comes to politics and everything. So come talk to me whenever, we're going to get somewhere. Also, the closed-mindedness. I don't even have to say much in this one because I just said it. Same people, same agenda, same interests, and their interests do not match mine. Also, the ignorance on my part. Like I said earlier, I just don't know as much as I should. And it's really by choice, and that is wrong of me. But at the same time, I feel like I am saving myself from my days being ruined so much. I know that what happens in office affects me, but I know what I need to know. I need to know what is relevant to me. So that's what I like to stay somewhat in a little bit of touch with, not all the way. But yeah, you guys know that social studies, the political aspect of it, is just my weakness. Also, the never-ending battle of determining who's right and how divisive everything and everybody is. So yeah, you guys, this is just not going to end. It doesn't seem to be anytime soon. Because everybody is just debating each other to see who's more convincing with their BS than the other folks, So unless we're really going to talk progress for the people and the common people and everything, then I think this is too much stress for me. All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this topic. I hope that I made at least a little bit of sense. I know that as soon as I play this back to myself, I'm gonna be like, you are so clueless. But hey, I said what I could. All right, you guys, as always, thank you so much for tuning in. If I didn't say this already, I probably did. But anyways, and I will see you soon.